they go down the hallway before they go up the escalator. If I get my hands in the right spot and I put the club across my chest, I should be able to turn my lead pocket back, have my trail shoulder come through, and I can perfectly turn. We call it steep up the elevator. Well, now we have to get that Ferris wheel rotation with our shoulders going this way. Crunches the back, gets that low point and not an ideal spot. We had some recent videos talk about playing golf underneath you versus around you. We've talked about how to set up to promote a better turn to the top. Now, let's talk about hand path. I would go as far as saying after setup, the hand path is by far and away the most important part of the swing. Forget swing plane. Swing plane for right now, yes, where's the shaft pointed here? Where's the shaft pointed here? The hand path, where the hands are. Guys, the shaft can be in the right spot, but if my hands are off, the path of your swing is going to be drastically off. So let's talk about what hand path is. It's the direction your hands travel relative to your body's turn. Okay, now if I was standing straight up and down, my shoulders were on a very horizontal level to the ground. Look at my hands would turn in that direction. They wouldn't go this way or that way. What happens when I tilt over, get in the right setup? Well, guess what? They should still move in the direction of my body's turn. Now, to be precise, if we're setting up the right way, right to the set position, right to about pocket high, the hands will move straight down the line of my feet, ideally right into this position. Okay, and I call it, they go down the hallway before they go up the escalator. Okay, you wouldn't want them to continue to go up the elevator because now that's a steep hand path. And I want to talk to you today about how having a steep hand path, too shallow of a hand path, and the proper hand path, how it both can negatively and positively affect your swing and your ability to rotate the proper way through impact. That's the big key. Think about this. If I get my hands in the right spot and I put the club across my chest, I should be able to turn my lead pocket back, have my trail shoulder come through, and I can perfectly turn. We call this the merry-go-round drill for a reason. My shoulders are turning cleanly around my spine. So many people get the Ferris wheel look like this. Well, why? Because their hands are out of position and they're either too steep like this, trying to get the golf club on plane, causing back injury, but also causing the upper body to fall away from the target, not going to be incredibly consistent that way. And that's a lot of people who have that contact way back here. It's not because you're flipping the club, it's because your upper body's way too far behind your lower body. We want that upper body to turn right on top of that lower body and cover the ball and finish the proper way. We want the shoulders working like a merry-go-round around your spine. That right there frees up your body, doesn't cause any pain in your lower back as well. Also helps you with a better angle of attack and more efficiency through impact to hit it harder. Okay, we're throwing the punch that way. We're not backing away and throwing it. So you're gonna hit it harder, be more consistent with a more stable club face that way.
All right, guys, welcome back to the pit stop at Porzak Golf. Today we're gonna give you a simple checkpoint to make sure your hand path is right where it needs to be. On the range, we can use alignment rods and we can use visuals and videos. On the course, we don't have that luxury. When you're practicing, you can make sure you create a visual for yourself from the player's perspective, right? I wanna make sure my hands go right over my shoelaces. If I can rehearse that once, boom, I know I'm right on plane in the takeaway, and I can make that nice big confident turn to the top.
So let's talk about this. If the hands go straight down the line of the feet and then work up that escalator, you can see that my lead arm will be matching my shoulder plane right at the top. That just means that my arms and hands are moving on my shoulder plane. So if I have them connected at the top, I can go right back around my lead side and everything just goes right down the plane on the proper path, better angle of attack, right? So that's very important. Now, we talked about what happens if we get steep up the elevator. Well, now we have to get that Ferris wheel rotation with our shoulders going this way. Crunches the back, gets that low point and not an ideal spot, okay? The next thing is, if we get way too in, well, we call it the sledgehammer. Now we got to come over, and that a lot of times causes big problems. Or the people that actually get it back here like this, and then guess what they do? They come down the same path, but now have to flip it like crazy to get the club face towards the target. That causes inconsistencies as well. But what are we always looking for at Porzak Golf? Putting you in a spot at the top where you can have no manipulation and you can have pure rotation. And the way that I actually normally say that is pure rotation free of any manipulation. That's ideal right there. So that's having your hands straight down the line of your feet. That's having them then turn up the escalator to the top. Then they can come right down and you can rotate more in a merry-go-round way. Watch my spine, you guys, right around my spine and right through with my shoulder finishing towards the target. That right there, it's a very free feeling. It doesn't feel restricted. I don't feel jammed up. And I really feel like I can hit it hard with the ball first, divot later contact when I do that. So understand hand path and understand how important it is to use your body's turn, to turn your hands in the direction of your body's turn to the top, and that will help you purely rotate through impact, free of any manipulation. At Porzak Golf, we take a lot of pride in having developed some of the best and most consistent golf swings on the planet. We do this through simplicity. Our Full Swing Masterclass will take you on a step-by-step, easy-to-understand process on how to get your golf swing better than ever. Join the many before you who've utilized our Full Swing Masterclass to take their games to the next level and beyond.